Welcome to the Lakeshow podcast presented by Jack in the Box. This is a weekly deep dive into the biggest stories and topics surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers. I am Chris McGee, and I am your host today. Allie Clifton is not here. She is in the city of sin, Las Vegas. I am joined by the Laker insider Mike Bresnahan and from ESPN LA 710, Hermano Beto Duran. Gentlemen, welcome. The Lakers are also in Vegas. They won the inaugural in-season quarterfinal knockout round at Crypto.com Arena last night, which was a Tuesday night. We're doing this on a Wednesday.
Yep.
So they are in the semifinals. Beto?
It was fun yesterday. What
was the post-game show like on the radio?
Well, I was celebrating. And I was letting people know, man, the knockout phase is here. We're done. We're going to Vegas. One of the good things that I did, I had a producer and our audio guy make sure we get all the clips that had anything Vegas related.
Yeah.
So, of course, you get, swingers. Vegas, baby, Vegas. Baby.
Yeah.
That's
got to start with that.
Got to start with
what
that.
Happens in Vegas?
So we had a little Elvis. We had some Sinatra, some D. Martin as a rejoin music.
Did you stay on longer because of the win? Or was it the same amount of time?
Usually we do it about 45 minutes. We said about an hour yesterday.
Positive calls?
You know what? Last night was probably the first time that nobody complained about LeBron because of how good he really was.
Yeah.
And, the 40 minutes that LeBron put up. But it was more of people calling and saying, hey, I understand the tournament now. Now I'm into it. Because when you're in the pool play, you don't know the group, whatever it is, when they play, they lose, what's going on. Now that you knew what was the result was going to be, if they win, they go to Vegas. If they lose, you get a Friday night game and you're like, against who, whatever. And the players had a little extra oomph to them, both teams. They gave away the yellow towel that said the in-season tournament. There was a good energy and it felt different. I saw Brez in the tunnel. Brez was on the phone, making some calls. I don't know if you're calling your host in Vegas or who you got, calling your guy, make sure that Carbone's ready to go for dinner. Whatever it is.
Beto, we're not going to Vegas.
Allie's representing us.
Yeah, I lied to the people, and I apologize.
Last time I was here, I said if Lakers win, you guys are going to Vegas.
You tried to speak it into existence.
Because I've been telling everybody we were going.
Yeah.
For weeks and weeks and weeks.
You tried, Beto. I appreciate that.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I knew I had no shot of going.
I mean, great for Allie.
But I thought if I put it out there enough that possibly something would happen. But I lied to everyone, and I apologize. I'm owning it. I'm accountable.
I'm a liar. What if they said you could go, but you and I had to share rooms, and a very limited
Prez, you know how old you are?
I do.
You don't have to tell everyone, but you know how old you are?
Yeah, I do.
You know how old I am?
I do.
We don't share rooms anymore, buddy.
Yeah. I'm trying to gauge your interest level in getting out to Vegas.
We don't?
No, I just think it would have been fun.
Yeah.
All you need is a phone book and just in the closet, go to sleep. Yeah. That's it.
Bygones. I'm not going. I lied. I'm here, but I'm happy the team is there. But I agree with Beto. The vibe, and you guys were there. I was not there, but the vibe was on TV. It seemed like it was awesome. I got actually a few texts, a couple phone calls today from some Laker fan friends of mine that are actually they were very into the tournament, and they told me they liked it. I had a couple guys that kind of wanted to hate it and still do because they just don't like things, right? They don't like the NBA. Whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe they're still confused.
It's interesting to see the people who still hate on it because they don't really understand. By the way, it's not hard to understand.
Really
now it's not.
Yeah.
Now it's like the knockout round.
I get it. But if you never looked into it, then you're confused by it, right? We follow it every day, so it's easy for us.
Yeah, if there's a way to avoid confusion in future years, maybe do it all in a 10-day period or 2-week period.
That.
Shut down the league. All you do is this tournament for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And most of the games still count for regular season games.
I want all the games to count. For me, I think that's the only thing I don't like, President. I hate to cut you off there. The finals. Why can't the finals, let's say they play the Bucks or they play the Pacers, and I know there's logistics and all that stuff to go into it in a home game and an away game, but maybe that game should count. I don't know.
So a couple teams play 83 instead of 82.
Take the other game off the docket.
But they're going to tweak it, right? It's the first time they're doing it.
For
so
sure.
this is nothing new because, we've been to the South Bay Laker games, the G League games. I worked some of those when Rashawn Haylock isn't there. And they've been working on this. They've been tweaking at it. And it's not like the NBA just said all of a sudden, hey, let's come up with this idea right now. They've been progressing and it's been advancing and changing. So I think next year they'll probably make a couple tweaks to it.
Jump to the win.
Yeah, I got 2 words for you guys. Okay. Lower bowl. Like when those fans are on their feet for the last 10 minutes of the game, it's you feel like it's late April, maybe mid-May, certainly June if the Lakers are playing.
Would you call it a big win?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The excitement in that arena last night, And again, I'm looking around, I'm like, we're 5 days into December.
Yeah.
And the lower bowl, again, the people who have reputations to worry about or who are making deals, whatever they do in the lower bowl, spending, $5K a pop for a ticket, courtside ticket, whatever they're doing in the
They're
lower
not sharing
bowl.
rooms in the lower bowl, Bress.
What's that?
They're not sharing rooms in the lower
Yeah,
bowl.
they're
are they?
definitely not.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Yeah, they probably own some of the hotels where people are staying for the in-season tournament. The bottom line is the lower bowl was electric last night. People stood for the last 5-10 minutes of the game, and you don't see that a lot. I think the only time I've seen it in December was when Shaq came back 20 years ago almost for his first game against the Lakers. It was at the old Staples Center.
Wow.
And the lower bowl was very, very into that. And it was pretty exciting last night. Close game helps Beto for sure. Durant, you got Durant and LeBron, period. But it was really exciting last night.
Yeah, I mean, listen, bottom line, you just nailed it. The game was great.
Yeah.
The game was great, and I think that matters. I want to go to the defense.
Please.
Because from the jump, and I'm not there live, and you see things differently when you're there live, but TV-wise, from the jump, the activity, the energy, flying around the court, I thought was another level. 22 forced turnovers. By the way, Suns had 10 turnovers in the first quarter.
Including a shot clock violation.
Yes, a shot clock violation. By the way, Vando was guarded three different guys on that one possession. 25 points off those turnovers. 11 steals, 5 by LeBron. We're going to talk about him later. Other than a bad third quarter where they gave up 35 points, remember, it was a 14-0 run to start that third. They allowed 23, 24, and 21 in the other three quarters. Beto, was this the best defensive game the Lakers have played this season?
Absolutely, especially that first quarter. And we've been harping all season long. The first quarter is usually, okay, they're down by double digits, but how many this time? No, this was the energy in the first quarter. It was the best defense they played in the first half. The 10 turnovers in the first quarter, including that shot clock violation. Like, a Suns team's not going to have a shot clock violation. You're forcing that. It was the best defensive effort I've seen this season from the Lakers in the first half. The energy was there, like we talked about. And when Vanderbilt came on the floor, he's a guy that we've been hearing all season long. Well, when he comes back, the Lakers look a little bit different. This is the first time I've seen him in person as a Laker player. Right away, like, he came in like, okay, let's go. Like, all right, here. Like I'm that dog. I'm going to come after you, and nobody's going to get past me. Like,
100%.
Booker had trouble. Durant had trouble. He was in their faces doing everything he could. At one point, who cares? Like, how many offensive rebounds did the Lakers have? Crashing the glass. And even if they didn't get that offensive rebound, every single rebound that the Suns had to get, they had to fight for. That's what I love to see, that effort right there.
Yeah, they average 8 per game, which is the lowest in the league. Brez, outside of the playoffs last year, would it be crazy for me to say last night was the best regular season defense you had seen since 2020?
Yeah, they've been on a roll, too. I mean, they held Şengün to 8 for 25 the previous game, your guy. So I feel like the defense is really coming around. Producer Drew had a good graphic leading into yesterday's game. Over the last month, they are third in the league in defensive rating. So they are really starting to step up. Talked with Darvin pregame yesterday. He said, we've really been putting bigger emphasis, and Darvin's a defensive-minded coach at heart. We've been putting a bigger emphasis on playing better defense. And last night was, Booker had, 4 points, 6 points at the end of the first half? Yeah. He was not a part of the offense at all. I know he's probably battling some injuries, and he's only played 12 games now, so that's far below what he expected, but great defensive effort by the Lakers. The perimeter D in particular, very impressed by what they did. They really got after it. And like you said, Beto, the rebounding, finally. The Lakers absolutely annihilated them on the boards, especially in offensive rebounding, which they needed to do.
Weren't they last in the league in offensive rebounding?
Yeah.
Well, opponents' offensive rebounds, yes, they were.
There's so many bad stats that you can find with the Lakers.
Last.
But last night, that didn't play a factor. They looked different.
Listen, AD is the anchor of that defense. Even LeBron said it last night. He also had 27 and 15. He had 8 rebounds in the fourth quarter. 5 of those were offensive. Let's put him aside. How fun was it to see Jared Vanderbilt, Cam Reddish, Taurean Prince, Rui? I thought Max, for the minutes that he was in there.
He was good.
Flying around the court, defending Devin Booker, defending KD. And I said it at halftime. I said it in postgame. You cannot stop those kinds of players, but you can make them uncomfortable and you can make things hard on them. And that was the best I've ever seen us defend those two guys.
This was a really good glimpse. Oh, you got more?
No. Good.
This was a really good glimpse into what this team could be. You know, it's
what they were supposed to be.
Exactly.
Starting the season,
exactly. It's been hard to watch the lack of depth. Why? Because they're down 3 to 5 guys every game. And they're still without Gabe Vincent, a.k.a. another pretty good defensive player.
Yep.
So this was the first time it's like, all right, this is what this team could look like with all these guys. And hopefully Gabe comes back within a week or so. It's not going to happen this weekend, it sounds like. But, man, the perimeter D was great, Geet.
The one thing I'll get in arguments with people about, friends and stuff, is like, we don't miss Dennis. Like, Dennis, bothered them at times. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you miss him
good.
so much you don't even know. And by the way, that's what changed last night. What Dennis was great at, his point of attack defense.
Yep.
Where he would pick up guys and he would make it didn't show in the box score, but that's why he was so valuable for such a cheap number. Last night, picking up those guys, doubling them right at the half court line, things like that takes time off the clock. It makes them rush. It forces them into bad shots. It forces Grayson Allen to shoot the ball. And by the way, yeah, sure, he made threes, but they got the ball out of their hands. They contested their shots. Beto, it looked like I think it was supposed to when they were putting this team together.
And you also had Austin Reaves playing really solid defense.
D'Lo got his hands on the ball.
D'Lo and the activity. And I'm not going to say it was only because it was a in-season tournament game. It was more because, hey, that's a Phoenix Suns team that we probably could see in the playoffs. Send that message now.
Yeah.
We've played them well. We're kind of around the same in the record-wise. So let them know, hey, you're coming to L.A., it's going to be harder. And they don't have Bradley Beal, right? That's going to make a difference for them. But KD is going to be KD. But in the first quarter, he was kind of quiet. He's going to get his shots. But the defensive side, I can't stress this enough. I've been saying this on the postgame show on ESPN that, yes, LeBron is going to carry you there. But you need to have other people doing the lunch pail work for you.
Yeah.
You need to have people who are going to go and knock somebody down in the paint if they do get a little too aggressive.
Beto.
You got to have the people who are just going to rough it up for you.
Sorry, I just want to say he's going to be 39 in a few weeks, right?
Yeah.
Like
He shouldn't be your best player.
He's not going to put that effort on the defensive end. We all saw Kobe at the end of his career, all the greats. He's asked to do too much offensively. So you have to have those other guys, like you said, the lunch pail guys. I agree with that. 100%.
You got to get in there and you got to have other people in the support staff step it up. So, like, for AD, I think he had, 4 points? No, he went 1 of 6 in the fourth quarter. Offensively, he wasn't a
But I
factor.
like that he took 26 shots or whatever it was because he was aggressive.
He wasn't a factor in the fourth quarter offensively shooting, but he was a factor on the defensive
Winning
side.
plays, impact.
Find something to do when your shot's not working.
Totally agree. LeBron, 40 minutes, 31 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds, 5 steals, which is a career high in a Laker uniform for him. Scored or assisted on the first 19 Laker points in the fourth quarter. Brez, I say this all the time. Are we running out of ways to describe what the man is doing in year 21?
Yeah, I think we are, because even his teammates are kind of like, yeah, man, this is what it is. And I guess the only surprise for some people would be, LeBron didn't shoot well in the playoffs from deep. Then some people are, and he had the post game thing at the end of their playoff run. I don't know. This might be it for me. And you're like, oh, okay, what's he going to look like when the season starts up again? We have all those answers now. He looks great. I mean, the way he took over that fourth quarter, like you said, assisted or scored on the first 19 points of the fourth quarter against a very good team. I mean, it's fun to watch, and especially when you're there, you can sense the fans getting behind him. Again, it's only December, and already people were like, MVP.
Yeah, that's cool.
You and I, Beto, got used to hearing that chant a lot at Staples when Kobe was here, and it's back in a big way. If the Lakers keep winning, maybe he becomes part of that conversation. You got to be more than 4 or 5 games over 500.
Yeah, the thing about yesterday was you're watching LeBron be great at those times, especially in that fourth quarter. And you're going to have the detractors who say LeBron shouldn't have the ball in his hands in the fourth quarter. Somebody else should be like. And for those people, just say, just enjoy watching it. Like, go and be critique guy and armchair quarterback guy the next day. While he's playing on the court at that time, just enjoy it and realize you're watching one of the greatest ever to be on the floor.
I'll throw KD into that because I think you need to really watch those two in the rare times they're on the court together because we missed it for 5 years.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, did they freaking deliver every time?
I don't know if you saw this on TV. There was a sequence where KD got into foul trouble and he got checked out. Yeah. And he didn't want to leave the court because he was yapping at LeBron. Yeah, they see on the corner, and he was right on the corner, and the referee's like, get off the court, and he took like half a step off, and LeBron was still talking. like in a good banter back and forth.
Yeah.
The play's going on. These two are still jawing at each other. It was fun to see that part.
It was great.
It's interesting. Like the competitive side of you like get excited when Booker gets his fourth or KD gets his fourth because that's part of the game. But then there's this other side of me that's like, well, I want him on the court because I want to see him play. I mean, I love watching KD play basketball because I just don't get to do it very often. But he's so damn smooth. And I'm telling you, the respect I show to the Suns is the same as like the Warriors last year. When you got done with the Warriors series last year and you actually won it, you're exhausted because they exhaust you. You feel like with those guys on Phoenix, like with Booker and KD, they're just going to make your life hell. So when you come out with a win, it feels pretty good.
You've earned it.
Feels pretty good.
Back what you did yesterday.
I want to talk Austin Reaves. Clutch again.
Yeah.
20 points off the bench. I had an interesting conversation with a buddy of mine during the day, and we were like, hey, if the Lakers are going to win, it's going to be an Austin Reaves game, right? You needed to have that kind of a game, and I thought he delivered. He had that huge three with 15 seconds left to put the Lakers up 4. Here's AD and LeBron talking about why they have so much trust in Austin.
It's Austin, and he's done it. He's done it. Made countless big shots for us, big plays for us, and we trust the ball in his hands to actually play. We was actually talking about in the locker room when I had the ball and I caught it to swing it to Bron to go into our pick and roll, and he pointed right to Austin, and that's when Austin hit the three. So. We just have a lot of confidence in him and what he's able to bring to our team, and his ability to score at will, or to draw fouls. And, whether it's late game or mid game, early game, we feel like we can go to him at any time and he'll make the right play.
So, Brez, what is about crunch time that brings the best out of AR?
Some guys are just wired that way.
Yeah.
And I loved what he said post-game last night. He said, I've not been shooting well. I love guys who take accountability. Mm-hmm. And he's so young in this league still. And he's like, I've been playing badly, but my teammates haven't lost trust in me, and I wanted to reward them for that. He's like, I'm really glad that shot went in.
Can I play his badly, like 17 and 6 every night?
Exactly, yeah. I'm like, all right.
But I know what he means, right? By the standards that's now put upon him.
Yeah, he was around 31% from deep before last night.
Shouldn't be that.
Yeah, so
I agree.
he holds himself to a higher standard, especially now that he got the bag, right? He got a nice 4-year deal.
And he got the shoes.
Yep, he's got shoes.
He got the shoe deal. You got to make it happen.
He's got billboards on the side of the 405. I mean, he's got everything these days. And I also like how he kind of got a little retrospective too. He said, what maybe introspective. When I first got here a couple years ago, I really wanted the trust of AD and LeBron. So thank you to those guys for having it in me, and for letting him take that shot. Basically, I mean, I wasn't like, here, shoot it, but he read that Grayson Allen, who I've hated ever since his Duke team beat my Badgers in the finals almost 10 years ago. Grayson Allen dropped off just for a split second. And then, boom, Austin's like, screw it, I'm shooting this. Yeah. Drilled it, Lakers up 4, 15 seconds left, game
almost like he wanted him to shoot it. And that he thought he was going to miss and get the ball back down 1.
Yeah.
Because he only had 1 bucket in that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was that 1 shot.
Trust is an interesting thing in sports, whether you're playing at a lower level, high school, college, or pros, or whether you cover it. Like, it's a real thing. And it's built over time, but it's built because situationally you've seen this person thrive in those moments, fail in those moments. How do they react? Are they afraid to be in those moments again? How they handle adversity, how they work on their game. And immediately, LeBron and AD trusted this guy. It's the same thing when Caruso was here, and everyone around the country is like, Lakers are just blowing up this guy Caruso. We're like, well, you know who loves him? Our 2 best players.
The guys who know.
Yeah, the guys who know.
They get the job done.
It should immediately give you some cred. Like, Kobe trusted certain guys. And when you trust certain guys, and you're the alpha, and you trust certain guys, there comes an air of moxie with you that you can rise above these moments, win or lose. Yeah, and in the third quarter, AR's not afraid.
Yeah, in the third quarter, AR was on fire. Yeah, 14 points in the third quarter.
He was great.
Phoenix came out in the second half, went on that 14-0 run, and AR is the one to help chip it back in. Right?
Great point.
Let's go.
Yeah,
because nobody else was really doing much. In that fourth quarter, what happens to shooters? They get a little cold. Mm-hmm. A couple games ago, that shot that he took, that big dagger shot, I don't think he takes it. Because, as you said, Brett, he took accountability about how he hasn't been shooting well.
I love that.
Right? And I think he might have done, because he tries to always make the smart play and realizing, hey, if I'm not in the rhythm, let's find somebody else who is hot. Yeah. But the fourth quarter, I think he went 1 for 6. He makes that shot. And it's the big crunch time shot. But that's where his confidence changed the last couple of weeks, where he's now, I don't care if I haven't made any this quarter, I'm going to take it and I'm going to get it. If it goes in, goes in. If it doesn't, done. Because what I've noticed about him, because we get there early, Brez, we see him warming up and he's putting in the work, like about 2 hours before the game. A couple weeks ago, he was doing his shooting routine. He didn't look comfortable, like he was working on something. The last couple of games, he comes out there, and McGee, when you're in a routine, you boom, 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 in and out. A couple weeks ago, it was take a shot and then kind of look at his hand, like this, or move the elbow around a little bit, like the little tinkering that great shooters do. Yesterday, come out, in, out, boom, didn't even break a sweat because he's just in that rhythm during pregame.
Listen, if you've ever known professional athletes like you guys know, they're all about routine. Yeah, it's like whether it's a nap at a certain time, whether it's a food that you eat, whether it's the way you put on your socks, what time you get to the gym to shoot, who works you out, all that stuff. If it's off their routine, then mentally you need to be able to pivot and still have a good game. But guys that are in their routine and feel good usually play good.
I like the nap part. That's my game
Nap's
day
huge.
routine.
Nap in the
Dude, I took one yesterday. I wasn't feeling great. Took one.
Same thing with yesterday's game.
Little known fact, little head cold going around the McGee house. So sometimes you get a little.
It's going around the South Bay.
Get a little nap in.
Why not?
Ready to go.
Yeah.
You got to find something that's going to get you in the right spot. LeBron was there, 4 hours before the game yesterday?
Yeah.
Saw the videos of him coming out.
I know. I saw McMenamin put that. I was like, damn.
He's serious.
Right? That was, that's early.
Yeah.
About 3.
Was McMenamin
That's
there
really
that
early, right?
Yeah, he was there
get
doing a
that
TV shot. So yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a little too early.
He wasn't working that hard. He was just doing TV.
I was going to say. So he had to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Not LeBron. LeBron chose to be there.
Exactly.
All right, Lakeshow fans, remember you can be a part of the show each week. Feel free to send us your questions and comments. We'd love to hear from you. We're taking a break, but when we return, it is a round of bucket or brick. Welcome back to the Lake Show podcast presented by Jack in the Box. If you're enjoying the show, you can check out more original podcasts from our Spectrum News journalists on the Spectrum News app. Just head to the podcast section to listen to the latest episodes. You can download the Spectrum News app on the App Store or Google Play. It's tough. That was tough.
Good
tough
read,
right
Keith.
there. Well, that was tough, guys.
Emmy Award winning right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Too bad I do it 6 times. Time for Bucket or Brick, presented by Jack in the Box. The Lakers had 21 offensive rebounds against the Suns and 19 second-chance points. Bucket or Brick, hermano. Darvin Ham should emphasize attacking the offensive glass.
You really asking that?
Yeah.
bucket. Every game.
Dude, he just slammed dunk 6 balls. No one's ever done that.
Every
He's got none
moment,
left.
all day long. We've been asking for it. They've been terrible.
Dude, the fellows were chilling, too. Now they got to get up and clean up all
Somebody's
your
gotta work
balls,
around
bro.
Here. Do it again.
Pause.
Buckets. Yes, emphasize that, please.
Amazing.
See, I'm going to go the complete opposite way, and here's why.
What reason is he? I can't wait to hear
I'm going to
this.
brick it. You don't have to coach Jared Vanderbilt. The fact that he's back gives you all the push you need on the offensive glass. He had 4 offensive rebounds in the first half.
You're saying it's infectious.
It's
when
infectious.
He does.
You got Jared Vanderbilt out there.
He's a sneaky take by you.
He's the guy that all you needed was that one player to come back because he is a very underrated rebounder.
Okay, then you know what, Brez? For Vanderbilt, bucket. Everybody else, brick.
Okay,
right? Let's
fair
go.
enough. Fair
I
enough.
don't know if this is going to
Compromise.
excite you or make you sad.
What's
I was
that?
just told in my ear, literally the best answer you've ever given. I mean,
Yeah,
it was that
I mean-
clear. Like, I was like, what the hell is he going to say here? And that was real.
It's
Everyone laughed at my joke. They all thought it was
no,
great.
it's like I really think he makes that much difference
Yeah,
on
he
the
does.
offensive glass.
Yes, he
and his energy was everywhere last night.
You get the first one now, Brez, after that. Because Beto was about to throw a ball at your face. New Orleans Pelicans beat the Kings 127-117 on the road to advance to Vegas. Bucket or brick. The Pelicans are a team you have your eye on in the West.
I'm going to bucket this. They're healthy. I mean, C.J. McCollum missed almost a month because of a lung issue. You and I both know B.I.
And
really
they've always
well.
been good when they're all together, right? I mean,
Yeah.
pushing the Suns in the playoffs.
Yeah, the whole thing is their health. I mean, between Zion and CJ, this is the second time he's missed time because of
B.I.
this lung. B.I.
Always.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's another guy who plays 55 games a year. I mean, if those 3 are healthy, they're good. And Valanciunas, he's going to bother people. He's going to bother big men. Not a ton of depth on this team. That's the only thing. And they just got Trey Murphy back. Great 3-point shooter. Good team.
Brez is playing pretty good today.
I like
Bucket or
that.
brick for you.
Here goes the brick. Because you just said it. That a lot of depth, and that depth is going to be a problem later on. Because the question was, is there a top 3 team, right?
No.
Top 3 team.
No. Sorry. It's just a team you have to keep your eye on.
Oh, keep an eye on. Well, still, break top 3, top 8. I mean, they're a team that's going to get to the playoffs, but it's not a team I'm really worried about.
Gotcha. Bet you're going to go first this time.
Oh, yay. Good
LeBron
answer.
is the first Laker with 20 points, 10 assists, and 5 steals in a game since Kobe Bean in 2004. Bucket or brick. LeBron will be the first player to give Father Time a loss.
For real?
Yeah.
How's your back feeling right now? How's your back? How's everybody's back?
Yeah.
Rick, I mean, I don't care how many millions you spend in chambers and doctors and all this other stuff. At the end of the day, LeBron right now is waking up after 40 minutes going, oh, yeah, those were 40 minutes. Those were hard. Father, I mean, he might extend the time with Father Time.
Yeah.
But nah.
Sorry. You got to break it too, but he's taken Father Time to overtime.
He's
remember,
he's only 39, right? Once you hit 40, then all of a sudden it all falls apart.
Is that the deal?
Do you guys remember the Rumble in the Jungle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the Rope-a-dope?
Yeah.
Sure. That's
Father Time's a mother effer. Okay? Father Time's a son of a you-know-what.
I was not expecting that today.
They just lets you kind of like hang around. And right now, LeBron is smashing Father Time in the face.
It's unbelievable.
Just jab, haymaker, and Father Time falls down, and everyone gets excited. But at the end of the day, Father Time is gonna get up and knock you out.
He's undefeated.
Chris Tucker.
Undefeated.
He's undefeated.
He does not lose.
But LeBron, props for going head to head, toe to toe.
They're tied in overtime right now. Father Time and LeBron. It's close.
It's close.
Still 4 minutes left in OT.
Yeah, again, get to 40, it all falls apart. You young kids don't know yet.
The last 2-minute report confirmed that Austin Reaves pinned the ball against his leg as the Lakers were granted a timeout. Bucket or brick? Nobody cares about the last 2-minute report. That really made me laugh. Bress?
Yeah, I'm going to bucket this. Because
Twitter doesn't count. Nobody cares besides Twitter about the 2-minute report.
I like the transparency effort by the NBA, but what's the punitive part?
It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, where's the punishment?
Nothing can change.
Yeah, where's the next time the Lakers
Tatum
play the
fouled
Suns?
LeBron at the last second in the Garden. Guess what? You still lost the game because it was a bad call. No call.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever.
What are they going to do? Next time the Lakers play the Suns, they're going to replay the last 10 seconds? No, it's over. It's done with. I like the transparency, but what really comes of it? Nothing.
I think it could help with, it could be the right call, though. Maybe it was the right call, and that's what they're saying, and then it can relieve some angst with you and some stress.
I like that. Good word, angst.
I'm going to go bucket because we need content, and that's exactly what it is. We need a segment. Go to the 2-minute report. You need another segment on radio. Hey, the 2-minute report is here for you.
Is it out yet? We got to check it.
It is for me. It is for you, the host. It's for the producers.
That's a great
Emmy
take.
Award winners. Now, for the regular fan, it's a brick. I don't care. You're going to tell me. See, I had 2 answers for you. You didn't even know that.
You kinda did.
I don't care what you did because if it's good for, it's for my team, love it. Against my team, hate it. Right? Isn't that in living color? Yeah. Love it, hate it. There you go.
Beto.
¿Qué pasó?
You an East Side guy or West Side guy?
You really want to ask right now?
Yeah. I was going to say the east side of the tourney. That's what I was getting at. The east side. You could just.
Oh, okay. I'm like, which side of the freeway are we on over here, mijo?
I didn't mean to send you to panic right there. Everything's good.
Amigo.
East side of the bracket, the Bucks and Pacers advanced. Bucket or brick? The Pacers will pull off the upset.
The Pacers will pull off the upset? Give me a brick.
Well, dude, you've thrown everything all over the place. The fellows can't even.
Here's another brick. Halliburton, love him.
Yeah,
had a
all
triple
NBA
double
right
the
now.
other night. He finally rebounded.
All NBA right now.
The Bucks. That's my right there. Okay. That's it. And I'm not going to go conspiracy theory, but we don't want Indiana on a Saturday night. That's not good for ratings.
Guys,
great call.
Indiana plays New Orleans on Saturday night, it's okay for the league. You guys are acting like, I'll watch that. I'm totally into it if that happens. I'm all good with it.
Is that a brick question?
Put it out in the universe.
Brick.
In other words,
Brez, you
Jeter.
bricking or are they going to upset the Bucks?
No, they're not.
Okay.
They've had a nice run. I mean, I love what they're doing in the tournament. They're kind of like Lakers East. They're doing really good things in the tournament. But, it ends against Milwaukee. Chris Middleton still isn't himself, but the Bucks are starting to put some wins together.
I know you guys are competitive, and you want the Lakers to win. If they
I
don't,
just want you to work.
If they don't play that extra game, are you going to be okay with not playing that extra game that doesn't count in the standings? I know it counts for money and all that stuff in the cup. Where are you on that one? You be okay with
I'm
it? Or you
okay.
be sad?
It's like a bonus bucket or brick.
I'm okay with LeBron not playing an extra game.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
You're going to go with that.
That's it.
But you want to win.
But I want to see the dudes at the end of the bench get $500,000.
Okay.
Like LeBron and AD don't need that money, right?
Yes.
But you know this, Brent, you've been around so many competitive athletes. You tell them, I'm going to bet you $1. And they
want to win.
They're throwing their mom all the way out there. They're throwing their dad out the car. Like, they're doing whatever. They're beating up people just to get there. And that's what we saw last night.
How much is the half-court shot that people can win at the
50,000?
I think it goes up a little bit every game.
$500K, man, it's $500K.
Yeah.
You see how excited those guys get when someone hits one of those shots.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
as LeBron said last night, we're all alpha males here at this level. And if you incentivize us further, what do you think's going to
Maxwell
happen?
Lewis and Colin Castleton want $500K?
Yeah.
You bet they do.
I mean,
Christmas is right around the corner.
I want $5K.
Andrew Miller, our graphics producer, is guaranteed a Laker win.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't even think the Pelicans have a chance. In fact, he wants to give some billboard material. They have zero chance.
So he's
at
working
winning.
Saturday night.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Cancel your dinner.
Would you share a room with him in Vegas if it meant you get to go out there?
Dude, you're getting weird on me, man. I like to have my own room, dude.
Why?
I like to have my own room.
You just going to pass out of the sports book anyway?
I know, but I like to have my own room. I like to get in a robe, spread it out a little bit.
You're
have
all
a good
fancy.
time.
Look at you.
I like the cool. I like the AC at my level. Oh, guys, you must share rooms. I mean,
must stay at a
Of
whole.
course, I've shared.
You must stay at a hotel where there's like resort fees now, huh?
I'm just saying.
Do you not do Airbnbs? Of course you do, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like
what?
Braz, you and I go to Vegas. It's okay to have a different room.
So we're not going to the Super 8?
I'm seeing if you, producer Drew, would if that would get you out to Vegas.
Yes, I would. I
Okay.
would. We talk graphics all night. It'd be awesome. All right. Thank you for listening to the Lake Show podcast presented by Jack in the Box. If you like what you hear, leave us a rating and review on your favorite podcast app. The game has been guaranteed for victory. We want to hear from you, so send us your questions. Hit us up on Twitter @Geeter3, @Mike_Bresnahan, and @Duran Sports. Until next week.
Hit it. Yeah.
Yeah.